YouTubers, welcome back. Okay, so let's talk. This is for, this is not subject to just like, you know, the people who are being pulled on a spiritual path in order to, help others, but people in general, waking up, right? Who saw the movie Split? With the guy with the 23 personalities or whatever, and was rising up to the 24th, which was like, the demon, the beast or whatever. And what was the beast doing? You know, perceptually in the movie, the meaning was he was going around and removing the people who were impure. Because it was the damaged are the purest of heart, right? Meaning you know what it feels like to be hurt on a deep level, right? One of the best movies I've seen in a very long time. I saw it in movie theaters, but I rented it again last night because one of my friends had never seen it. And I was like, well, I'm about to share this dope-ass movie with you. And they loved it, I'm like, it's all about waking up, belief in the mind. You're able to, there's biokinesis or whatever, and focusing on, using meditation in order to alter, your body, and all of that. But the person who, this guy went through a terrible childhood and perceptionally created all these other people in his mind, right, in order to block out the pain. And the girl in the movie indicated how, she's like, can you trust me? And she said, if I'm lying to you, you can go get his one personality, which was the OCD guy, right? And she said, sometimes I get in trouble at school on purpose to get detention so that I can just go be by myself because she didn't want to go home, right? He believed her. But she knew he had gone through the same thing, which is where all these personalities came from. But of course, there's that level of fear. Plus, it's like, the movie's supposed to be like, a thriller kind of. And I'm like, are people paying attention? Do you know what's going on, like, for real? Like, in this movie? It's all about enlightenment and awakening. Because when things are not right, and they're not right by the way that you feel, you do things in order to either stay away from that, unworthy, the feelings are lower, you want to stay away from that situation. So, her perception of it was, I don't care if I get in trouble at school, I don't want to go home because that's a worse situation. It's better for me to get detention, right? So, you don't really know people on a deep level like that. And in the beginning of the movie, the girls were, like, talking about her, like, oh, she gets in trouble all the time, she's a weirdo, whatever. I'm like, that's what you're seeing on the surface, but you don't know what's in here. And look, But because of that I got full-on goosebumps. Because of that damage, her heart was pure, right? Because you know what it feels like to be, in a sense, emotionally beaten, mentally beaten, physically beaten, I do. I told you, this is all about being real here. It's not about lying and making up crap in order to please people. I don't do that, okay? I'm not about that life. I'm not about that. That's not me, okay? I'm opening up and telling people because I know what it feels like to go through this awakening process, and you feel freaking bananas, right? Feel crazy as all hell. I'm going to tell you something. It's real. It's real. I know it's real. Where I sit, what I do. How in the world would it be real or not real if I wasn't able to connect with you guys through my readings? energetically speaking here. Because we are energy. We're all connected. You know? You're either in contrast or you're waking up to your, higher frequency, and you know that something's wrong because it doesn't feel good to you. And once I knew it, I'm like, I don't understand. It's like, it's shit's for the birds, okay? Like, same experience over and over again, karmic energies, right? Feeling half crazy. You know things, you don't know how you know them. I have to watch myself sometimes, okay? Because I say shit. And people go, how did you know that? I'm talking about, like, they're talking about something being broken at their house. And I knew what it was. It was broken. But I didn't know that they knew, right? I said, oh, it's probably just like I'm like, it's the bulb. I'm like, it's the bulb in the television. Like that. They went, how did you know that? They didn't tell me that. And by what they were telling me, perceptually, you shouldn't have known that. Like, but I knew that the sound was just playing and the screen was black. That's what I could see in my mind. Okay? And that's how I knew that the bulb had burnt out, because in my mind, it was as if I could hear their television and see it, but the screen was black. And I said that, and they went, how did you know that? I'm like, I don't just know. I was like, yeah. I mean, it is what it is, but, that's heightened. Cray, right? Crazy, ass. People call me crazy all the time. I'm like, out of my freaking mind. But I'm not afraid of it. I'm afraid of what? People think you're weird. Who cares? Perceptually, we're all weird in our own way, which makes us original. Be the first rate version of yourself, not the second rate version that others want you to be. Love that. Seriously. I told you I don't know how to be anybody else. I'm here to help you guys. So I was intuitively guided to talk about that movie Split, because there's people going through this awakening process. But understand, it's your lower level feelings from your past, past karmic relationships, past life, whatever you believe in, that are coming to the surface, and they need to be released and cleared. And they will be taken from you. But it's your belief in them. Okay? If you believe that you deserve to feel that way, it doesn't feel good, but there's a level of understanding in your mind, you believed it in one way, shape, or another. Either your belief in the unworthiness of it, or your belief in the illusion that it was real. Your feelings are real. That's all I can say. Your feelings are real. What you felt was real. What you're seeing on a surface level is in order to get into your mind and trick you, right? And then you have the little, I call them the minions, the pawn in the games. They'll come in and they'll try to get you to believe something negative about whoever or whatever, or try to pull you off your path. You just got to keep going. And if you're going through a spiritual awakening where you're not being pulled onto a spiritual path to be a leader or a teacher or a helper in that nature, but you're waking up, understand that that's a really good thing. Because now you know and you can see where a lot of the problems lie, and it is in the way that we treat each other and how we perceive other people. And you don't know someone. You don't know what someone on a deep level. You see them on the surface, but you don't know. Trust me, I know. People perceive me all day long. I don't give a shit. You don't know me. You don't know anything about me. You don't know what I've been through. You know what I mean? Other people's opinions and beliefs on what it is that you should be doing and how you should be doing things with your life, vice versa, whatever, it doesn't matter. You got to go here, believe here, follow your intuition. Everybody has it. We're afraid of it. You're afraid to disappoint others. You're afraid of being judged, afraid of just not being yourself. You have to connect with yourself and only yourself, and others will be direct reflections of you, right? And if they're not, you'll be able to pick up and understand that that has nothing to do with you. We make other people's beliefs within themselves, disbeliefs, whatever, about us. It has nothing to do with us. They can perceive us however they want to. But being awakened and enlightened, you're understanding now. You can see way past that, where you're now not falling victim to someone else's lower level vibrational feelings. They don't have anything to do with you. They can either choose to wake up, or they can choose to just live in that residual energy. But you have to always understand you're moving forward. It's moment to moment to moment. You're creating for yourself. Don't worry about the other person or other people. Seriously, just stop. Don't. I don't know what else. I mean, I can't express it enough. So I was intuitively guided to say this. So I'm going to do a quick cartomancy on it. Because people are waking up, right? We know it. And, you know, you have your teachers, you know, your spiritual teachers. You have your spiritual, you know, people here that are working with others in order to help them. You have your, you know, energy readers, guides, you know, yoga instructors, Reiki. You have meditation, you know, anything. Shamans, like, people are waking up to the spiritual side of life, right? Yoga, taking yoga. You know, I know people who you would never in your life believe that they did yoga by perception of knowing them your whole life. They love it. They go every day. They even go to yoga. They find a yoga studio when they're out of town. Yes. Men that you would never believe, okay? Because people are waking up. It's not about the lower level energies. They're the ones that suck you down, right? Keep you in those mindset of, you know, unworthiness and participating in lower level things, using people. Who's been lied to? Who's been used? Who's been cheated on? You know? Who's been left by the wayside? I know all about it. Like I said, I don't talk about anything that I don't understand, okay, on a deeper level. This isn't like just something I read out of a book. It's wisdom, hard knock life. Do I know everything? No. No, I'm always learning. I love to learn. I love people to talk to me about stuff. I'm like, really? I do. Seriously. I like to understand things, right? If I don't understand it, I just ask like a million questions until you're like super annoyed with me. Either say, I don't know, or, you know. But that's just that's just my personality. That's just the way that I am. But I'm always learning. Always learning. You guys help me learn, you know? I help you, you help me. We help each other. That's what we're here for, you know? Told you, I can't tolerate the mundane anymore. I cannot even think that way anymore. It's like so hard. When I sleep, I'm like, you're so closed-minded. You're so sleeping. Wake up. You know, wake up. So let's see where these energies lie right now on this path here of this, you know, process. Because I know a lot of people are like waking up. I know. I talk to you guys all day long. Look, wish card. What do you wish? What do you desire? Follow your heart. That's where your wishes and your desires lie. That's one of the best cards in the whole deck. First card to freaking come out. Like, let's be real here. I just cleared these cards. You watch me do it. You know, this isn't made up. You know, you gotta follow your heart, follow your intuition, follow yourself. It's your belief in yourself in connection to what your heart desires. And by following your intuition and knowing when it doesn't feel good that that is wrong way, and understanding that when it feels good, right way, because heart and soul's singing with joy, right? When you start to feel bad, you got to go in here and ask yourself, why am I not feeling good about this? Right? Don't talk yourself out of a good thing and go to a lower level. That's just silly. There's something in there that needs to be understood on a deeper level, and the only person who can figure it out is you. You know, you can find help from others, you know, but like, you have to understand how to do it, okay? Because like, how long has it taken you to really to believe what it is that you believe about yourself? How old are you? Take it from about since you open your eyes, okay? Now you think it's going to change in one day. To alter it. It's like practice, you know, practice it. But you're affirming, you're not giving up on yourself. It's the only person you can ever give up on is yourself, right? I can't play with you guys. 10 of Hearts. Victory. Listen. What are your wishes and your desires? What are your wishes and your desires through all of this? To come into union with none other than the lover of your soul. And if you are in separation from them, there's going to be victory. Right? Right. Your wishes and your desires are to have physical union. I mean, this is the exact order these cards came out in. Wishes and desires are to come into union, physical union, with none other than the lover of your soul, because you started a romance of the soul, correct? You separated from that person. Now there's going to be victory there. Why did you separate from this person? Why did you separate from this person? There's going to be victory over this separation. Why did you separate from this person? Too much logic. Logic over what you really felt with this person, which was love. That's stuck in the mind, the belief. Using our belief. I can't make this shiznit up. What was I just preaching? King of Spades, King of Hearts. Stuck in the mind. Not thinking with the heart. The lower level feelings, look at them, looking at each other. That's called contrast. Your lower level belief within yourself was in confliction with your feelings, not in alignment, caused the separation. But your wishes and desires are to come into union with none other than the lover of the soul, because you started a romance of the soul with this person, but you separated from them. But you're going to be victorious over it. These are the energies that we are living in, and you've been. By taking action, your efforts are rewarded. Efforts being rewarded. Action. Because now you're in touch with your truth. You're in touch with your truth, right? And what's your truth? That you wish for this union. And now you know that you separated, but you want to be victorious over it. Look, we don't have coincidences here. You are in conflicting energies. Lack of progression in the setback is due to the fact that you're stuck in your mind about it. If you just took action with your heart, because you know your feelings are real and you believe in the having of this love, your efforts would be rewarded. Are we going to come out with the woman energy now? That was the masculine energy. We're going to come out with the feminine energy now? Lower levels? That's how the feminine's left feeling. Because of the confliction here with the masculine energy. Put it that way. You know, making a decision based off of our belief of the unworthiness of it, but we actually, you know, wish and desire to be with this person. And you're in separation from this person. You started a romance of the soul, and then you separated from it. It never ascended. What you're showing me here is that you're going to be victorious over it. Yeah, look. There's lack of communication here, which is keeping the feminine feeling at these lower level energies. But the feminine, you need to understand, you need to be working on yourself here, moving forward. Not focused on the lower level energies just because there's lack of communication. Because guess what? There's going to be communication. There's going to be communication. And the reason that your energies are scattered is because you're completing a transition. Both masculine and feminine. You're completing a transition here, which is why your energies here might feel scattered, okay? You're fickle, scattered over this connection. But communication is going to come in. Yeah, look. Carefully evaluating. Careful planning and caution. Taking cautionary action, not pushing things because you want future success. Because now through this separation from the romance of the soul, right? The lover of the soul, the direct counterpart, the person who stirred these conflicting energies, right? You woke up. But there's a transitioning taking place, and we're not pushing through because we want future success. Financial stability. Working on our finances, working on ourselves in order to stabilize, right? Ushering in new energies, moving to new homes, studying, getting licenses, certifications. You know, if you're on the spiritual path and you are, you know, opening up to your, you know, spiritual path and you want to, you know, do certain things, you know, you might need to, depending on where you live and stuff, need a certification, or maybe you just want to get the certification. You just want to learn on a deeper level, right? But you're stabilizing yourself. Stabilizing yourself, working on yourself, focusing on yourself, not pushing against the lower level energies that no longer serve you. Those are what needed to be transmuted, right? Yeah, because look, we have this loss and this deception. Okay, there could have been third-party interference here. But those are the energies that need to be removed, removing those karmic energies, removing third-party interferences, removing karmic relationships, those karmic energies. Yeah, because look, we're evaluating before taking action over this loss, okay? But understand that, you know, working on yourself here, this separation has caused a lot of deceptional feelings, a lot of loss. There was deception, there was third parties, there were lies. What did I just say? Was I ever lied to? Yes. Cheated on? Yes. Through the ringer and back? Sure, whatever. But through that is where I learned myself and understood, hey, my feelings are real. My feelings are real. And by me removing the false mask that I was wearing, deceiving no one but myself because my fears were blocking me being open, I now have achieved moving past that karmic energy, okay? But what's happening now is there's evaluation taking place before action. Communication, right? Using our common sense and good judgment. Using our common sense and good judgment, not making logical decisions based off of fear. Fear, because that's exactly what was done in the past here, and that's what's blocking. Fear blocks everything. Fear blocks movement. So we have this lack of progression. But understanding that the lack of progression is because you're not moving. And if you did, your efforts would be rewarded. You both want the same things. You're wishing for physical union with the person you started a romance of the soul with. You separated from that person, but there's victory over this separation. It's the conflicting energies. New beginning, new phase of life, ascending to a higher level of commitment. Fears are blocking this. Both want the same things. Being truthful, fair, and honest with our feelings. Feminine energy. Being your truth. Ushering in positive energies. Through ushering in those positive energies, what are we doing? We're freeing ourselves from the lower level energies. This is also financial freedom, abundance, working on ourselves, releasing karmic energies. In order to do what? Lay foundations, have verbal communication. This is also trip by car. You know, there might be travel involved here, but you're gaining, by living your truth and ushering in positive energies, you're freeing yourself on all levels, right? Completion. Now able to lay foundations for future success. Verbally communicate this, right? And through this is the travel card, business travel, spiritual, you know, ambition to achieve success, right? By focusing on yourself, you are completing a karmic cycle here. Through completion of that karmic cycle, because now Your fears are what was blocking this new beginning in this new phase of life, right? Through this, and by living your truth, you're freeing yourself and completing this cycle. You got all 4 10s here. Now your new beginning and your new phase of life is right on the forefront in order for you to lay foundations, have verbal communication, right? Because none other than Cupid, the bringer of love, came out last here because you both, he had both of you. He hit both of you with the same freaking arrow, right? And you triggered all those lower level emotions. And purging them, removing them from you, and understanding. I mean, like this is real life here. Look, conflicting energies. It was a mind over heart decision, and your fears blocked your love of self that person shared with you. The feminine and masculine, yin and yang, right? You both wish and desire to be physically together because you started a romance of the soul and then it's separated. There's going to be victory. Because why? Because you are on a spiritual journey together. This is a spiritual journey card. This is luck. This is good luck. Travel. You guys are on a journey together. I don't know what else to say. You've both been enlightened to what love truly is, and it's love of self. Loving self first. And you gained the ambition to achieve success through your direct counterpart because they trigger those emotions inside of you. And nobody thus far in your life was ever to do that for you, right? No one. Now, do you want to believe that this person came onto your path for no reason? Or are you finally waking up to the fact that this is the person that you wished and desired and the divine brought it to you and you weren't ready for it? But they knew that this person had to come into your life at that exact moment in order to wake you up, in order to get you onto the path of what your heart always wanted, which was love, abundance, living a good life. You met that direct counterpart in order to do that with. And if you're being pulled on a spiritual path in order to help others, go there. That's where your abundance lies. It's not your responsibility to worry about the other person, but understand that if you're worried about this, you're sending out negative energies. Faith, living on a freaking prayer, right? Faith and trust. Your wishes and desires are going to be met. But through this separation, in order to get to victory, you got to work on yourself. Align with yourself. Your beliefs, what you feel, your freaking compass. Follow it. Trust. Have faith. I told you, this wasn't done in order to be malicious. Absolutely not. Love is not malicious. Love and pain aren't two of the same. So they brought somebody into your life that could trigger that pain so that you could purge it, so you could recognize yourself. Finally, in that other person. That's why you two came together. You know it. I know it. It's the truth. I told you. I'm bartering with them. I'm like, listen, I'm not going to teach you shit anymore. No, most certainly I'm not. I got validation. Not my responsibility now. I'm not responsible for another person's choices and actions. Only my own. But I know that I didn't do it, and I didn't lie, because my gifts heightened even further from that. So, I hope that this clarified anybody who is on, this spiritual journey, going through the awakening. Your direct counterpart, getting into alignment, transformation, shedding ego. Same damn reading, just a different day. Okay. I'm out for the day. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.